Using any three poems show that African poetry is concerned with the quest for freedom. Freedom. The history of Africa has been overshadowed by captivity, starting from slave trade, the struggles for emancipation and the abolition of slave trade, then colonization and the fight for independence, then new colonization. In the long day's march, Onesimo insists that to gain freedom, it must be a communal affair. Everyone must be involved. Long is already a psychological preparation that the fighting or the fight will not be short-lived. March already tells us action. You cannot gain freedom without taking action. And it says at the end, there will be victory. And when there is victory, those bad seeds will be rooted out and replaced by new people who have developmental ideas of carrying Africa further. In a different poem, the people want to sing something different. They want a society where their children can go to school, where their children will not suffer from famine. They want a place where they can have jobs. They want a place where they will not long to leave their island to somewhere else. They want something different. They want a change. And this change can only come with a change of mentalities. It can only be achieved through rebellion. In Martin Luther King, the poet insists that even though he advocates for non-violence, the struggle must be persistent and consistent, because he has a hope that one day there will be green trees sprouting in a desert. The desert represents the heart full of hatred, but which will flourish with love when time comes. It is a struggle for the black people for emancipation in order to acquire certain rights, like rights to vote, rights to be educated, rights to ownership, and the full citizenship rights as citizens of the United States of America. In Listen, Comrades, it is a poem about the fight for freedom, for liberation, led by freedom fighters like what? Mamba, who is a source of inspiration to all black communities round the world. He faces his enemies smiling, knowing that his death does not bring the struggle to an end. His blood will become a source of inspiration for the new breed of freedom fighters. And the struggle should continue, for the continuity, else their blood would have been shed in vain. And he advocates that this can only happen when there is unity in purpose. In upheavals, the Boko advocates that there should be a rebellion, for autocratic and dictators can only be removed out of power when the people rise up. And so there's every sign of the apocalyptic end, with the numerous days of rainfall, day and night. And there are already signs that The dictator will fall because his henchmen and supporters have started abandoning him. And is now a lonely rat sitting on his sinking throne. Though Africans have received independence, it should be noted that Africa's independence is still held, a rope is still held by the Western countries who dictate on African leaders how they should lead their people for their interest and that of their masters. Thank you for listening. Expand on these poems because I'm just giving you a way out. Thank you for listening.